You have attorneys Philip Dubé and Tamara A. Walker looking ahead. What's next? Let's talk about what's next. We know 30 years. So first of all, there were multiple counts on the convictions. And so we know from Julia Janae that the judge sentenced him on one of them to 30 years. Some of the other counts, 20 years. Another count, 10 years. But it's to run concurrently, which means, of course, 30 years. What do we expect next, Philip, in this case? What happens next?
Well, next he's, going off to prison is what's going to happen. He's going to be assigned what's called a clinical case manager at the prison. They're going to try to figure out if he has any psych issues, any medical problems, and classify him. They'll also put him in what's called the SORNA database, which is basically the federal sex offender registration database, so that, if and when he is released, he will have to register for the rest of his life every year on his birthday and anytime he moves as a sex offender, right, in the area. Appeals are going to get filed, and I'm sure the appeals are going to be litigated for years to come, and we talked about what some of those issues could be. One of them could, in fact, be the sentence itself, and there is that risk that if the prosecution appeals, I could actually see it getting reversed and remanded for an abuse of discretion for going too easy, when there should have been more consecutive time. I've seen that happen. The other issues, too, is that there could be a claim of ineffective assistance of counsel raised, which is standard.
Right,
So
I was going to say, that's always raised, right? As attorneys, we know that's always going to be claimed.
After all these years in the business, I'm so used to people accusing me of being ineffective, But one of them really could be that they did not put an expert on to explain that the behavior in the R. Kelly world was common, and that it wasn't, in fact, an aspect of a criminal enterprise.
Right, absolutely. Tamara, stand by. I've got some good questions for you, but Julia Janae is now available.